Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. So another question that is often asked is why shouldn't the cuttings be kept in direct sunlight? Now guys, over here I have some Echeveria Violet Queen, and this is another Echeveria species. I'm not very sure about the name of the ones in the front. The behind ones are Violet Queen. So one of the reason why the succulent cutting should not be placed in direct sunlight is because the succulent itself does not have any roots. Now when it does not have roots, the succulent is completely dependent on the water that is present inside the leaves. So the succulent has to live in order to put out the roots. So it is going to take some while for the succulent to put out the roots. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a couple of days. It might take weeks, probably 1 or 2 weeks. So during this entire period of 1 to 2 weeks, the succulent has to survive, because it has to have a quick drink. So it is going to start absorbing that water that is present in their leaves. And after a week or so, when the roots start to appear, then the succulent will start to absorb water from the roots. And that's when we tend to put it into the soil. Now, if you're going to put the same cutting out in direct sunlight, the sunlight is very warm. It's very strong. Either it will burn the leaves, or it will start to dehydrate the succulent or heat the succulent. Now the reason why it will dehydrate the succulent is because it's getting really hot. The succulent will start absorbing more water from the leaves. Now what is going to happen during this period of time, because it does not have any roots, it cannot absorb any water from the soil. It is going to take a majority of the amount of water from the leaves, due to which the succulent will start to dehydrate at a much faster rate. But when the succulent is kept in indirect bright light, there is a good amount of light, but there is not much heat. It's much more cooler in indirect bright light, so the succulent can absorb that water from the leaves at their own pace, and at the same time concentrate on putting out new roots. But if you're going to do the same thing by putting it out in direct sunlight, then the sunlight will try to dehydrate the succulent. You might have seen, you put out any fruit out in direct sunlight, you will see very soon the fruit will start to turn mushy. It will start to turn soft. It will start to turn darker much faster if you have kept the fruit in indirect bright light, because the heat is going to absorb and pull out all the water from the fruit. So the same thing applies to the succulent as well. So the same way, the sun will start pulling out all the water and moisture from the succulent, which the succulent needs the most at this period of time, because it does not have roots. So ensure that whenever you're doing a cutting, initial 2 or 3 days it has to callus. After that it has to be in indirect but bright light, so that the succulent does not stretch. At the same time, the succulent is in a cooler place. It is getting that good amount of light. It's not stretching. At the same time, it can concentrate on putting out new roots and taking that water very less from its leaves, so that it can sustain for another 2 or 3 weeks until the roots appear. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe and keep planting.